5 by 30, 6 by 30. In order to make both denominators equal, multiply first values with 5, numerator and denominator. Correct? 10, 15. More than 5, 6. X greater than y. Be careful, this is plus 4y. Correct? First one combination minus 2, minus 4. 12 comes to left hand side, it becomes minus 12 is equal to 0. Product is minus 12. Sum is plus 4. 6 comma minus 2. Then factors are 2 comma 4 minus 6 comma 2. X is greater than or equal to y. Product is minus 10. Sum must be plus 3. 5 comma minus 2. Minus 3 minus 7. Then factors are minus 5 plus 2. 3 comma 7. X is less than y. Product 50. Sum minus 15. Minus 5 minus 10. Product 56. Sum minus 15. Minus 7. Then factors of x are 5 comma 10. Y lies in between. No relation. X square plus 13x. This is plus 13x. Correct? 6 comma 7. Minus 4 comes left hand side, becomes plus 4. 4 square plus 4, that is 20. Product is 20, sum plus 9. 4 comma 5. Factors minus 6 minus 7 minus 4 minus 5. X is less than y. In a jar, respective ratio between quantities of milk and water are in the ratio 4:1. 15 liters of the mixture is drawn and replaced with 2 liters of pure milk and 8 liters of water. If the respective ratio between the resultant quantities of milk and water in the jar is 14:5, what was the quantity of the initial mixture, which includes both milk and water? Initial quantity, how many parts? Answer should be 5 multiple. All are 5 multiples. Okay. 15 liters is taken out. Then how many liters added? 2 plus 8, 10 liters added. Final effect, 5 liters gone. Am I right? Finally, how many parts do we have? So answer must be a multiple of 5, because 5 parts. Now if you subtract 5 liters overall effect, it should be a multiple of 19. Am I right? First option minus 5. No. Second option minus 5. Third option minus 5. Maybe your answer. Fourth option minus 5. Fifth option minus 5. Third final. ABC, each can alone do a piece of work in 20, 30, 40 days respectively. ABC started working together, however C left 4 days before the completion of work and B left 1 day before the work was completed. In how many days the work was completed? ABC 20, 30, 40. LCM 120. A does 6 units, B does 4 units, C does 3 units. Who started? All 3 started. All 3 people together does how many units? Can we directly delete this with 13? Because they started together, but they are not till the end of the work. Who is not there till the end of the work? B and C. B is not there for how many days? 1 day. C, if B is there for 1 day extra and C is there for 4 days extra, we can delete the number with 13, correct? Now I am adding 1 day work of B, which is 4 units, and 4 days work of C, that is equal to 12 units. By adding 1 day work of B and 4 days work of C, B, C are also there for last till the end. Am I right? What is numerator now? 136 divided by 13. 10 times 130. 6 by 13. Final. Clear? Right. The given data is regarding number of registered user accounts, active, inactive and deleted for 3 languages, English, Tamil and Gujarati on a mobile learning app. English, Tamil and Gujarati for active, inactive and then deleted. Number of registered users, all together we have. Active users are 760. First let me fill this 530 and then 410. From the total, if you subtract active, difference is 160. That 160 is combination of inactive and deleted both put together. Now the other information is respect to ratio between inactive and deleted. How many parts do we have? 5 parts is 160. Each part 32. 3 parts 96. 2 parts 64. Difference is 110. 11 parts 110. Each part 10. 40. 70. Difference 400 divided into 16 parts. Each part becomes 25. 325, 75. 1325 is 325. Table is there, now we can solve. The number of registered users all together for Hindi is thrice the number of deleted user accounts for Gujarati. Deleted user accounts for Gujarati 325. 3 times of it 975 are total in Tamil, Hindi. The respective ratio between active, inactive and deleted accounts for Hindi is 10:8:X. For Hindi, if the total number of active and inactive user accounts together is 702. What is the value of X? Okay. See, active and inactive both together it is 702, correct? Look at the table and tell me remaining is going to be 273 only. And now 702 is a combination of active and inactive. Both together how many parts do we have? So 273 will be equal to X parts. Am I right? So if you want to convert 273 in terms of number of parts, you have to divide this with 1 part value. You know that 702 is equal to 18 parts, then 1 part will be divided by 18. Denominator and denominator comes to numerator, that will be 18. Numerator ends with, denominator ends with 2 into which number ends with 4? Either 2 or 7. How many options are there? Only one, fourth final. Is it clear? Total number of inactive and deleted user accounts together for English. Inactive and deleted both together 160. Is what percent less than registered user accounts for Tamil? Tamil registered user accounts and both together 160, right? 160 is how much less than 530? 370. 370 less from 530. Percentage into 100. Clear? What is 10%? Approximate 50. In numerator, how many 50s are there? Let's see 70%. 70%. 7 into 10%. What is 10%? 7 times of 53. 7 50s. Huh? Ain't 640? Oh, correct. Tamil 640 kada? Yes. How much is this? 160. Is how much percentage less than total Tamil, which is 640. Oh, now look at here and tell me the ratio, which is 1:4, right? How many parts less? From 3/4, 75%. Had 75% of inactive user accounts for Tamil deleted their accounts, what would have been the total number of deleted user accounts for Tamil. For Tamil, how many deleted accounts are there? Come on, 17. Now, out of total inactive users, if 70% of them, if 75% of them have deleted their accounts, that means 30 more deleted. Total deleted accounts are 100. Total number of inactive and deleted user accounts together for Tamil. Inactive and deleted, both put together, 110. Is approximately what percent of registered user for Gujarati? Gujarati registered users are? So 110 is what percentage of 810 percentage into 100, correct? What is 10% of the denominator? Numerator is more than that. What is 20%? Numerator is less than 20%. Answer must be more than 10. There is only one option. The number of registered user accounts for English language from only 2 cities, that is AB. Registered user accounts for English language are from only 2 cities, that is A, B. The number of inactive user accounts from B are twice the number of inactive user accounts from city A. What is the number of inactive user accounts for English from city B? Given data is for, nothing is mentioned. English. Total how many are there? 920. They are from 2 cities A and B. Number of inactive user accounts from B are twice the number of inactive user accounts of city A. I think they are talking about inactive only. They are talking about only inactive, not the total. ఇక్కడ యూజర్ అకౌంట్స్ అన్నారు, రిజిస్టర్డ్ యూజర్ అకౌంట్స్ అన్నారు, కానీ దట్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్యాక్టివ్. టోటల్ ఇన్యాక్టివ్ ఆర్ 96. B is twice that of A. That means AB are in the ratio. 3 parts is 96. Each part 32 in A, 64 in B. What is the number of inactive user accounts for English from city B? 64. What is the difference between total number of inactive active user accounts for English and Tamil together? Difference between user accounts, active user accounts for English and Tamil. English and Tamil both together 1290. Difference between this number and total number of inactive user accounts for Tamil and Gujarati. Tamil and Gujarati both together 115. We were asked to calculate difference 1175. Right. Next, Annie earns more than Deena, where Deena's earnings is more than 50% of Annie but less than 80% of Annie. There are 2 people, Annie and Deena. Who is earning more? Annie. Annie earns more than Deena. And also, where Deena's earning is more than 50% of Annie but less than 80% of Annie. If Annie's income or earnings are 100%, Deena income is more than 50% of this number and also less than 80%. So the range of Deena is 50 to 80 only. అర్థమైందా? Annieకి వచ్చే ఇన్కంలో 50% కంటే ఎక్కువ, 80% కంటే తక్కువ. అంతేకాని దీనాకి యానీ కంటే 50% కంటే ఎక్కువ రావట్లా. అర్థమైంది కదా తేడా? రైట్. నెక్స్ట్, Annie and Dina spent 30% and 25% of their respective earnings on rent. I don't want to write this range now, we'll do it later. They are going to spend 30% and then 25% of their respective earnings. Now, I'll take Dina's earnings as 100x, which is equal to between 50% and 80%. This is clear. They are going to spend 30% and 25% of their respective earnings. Continue. Towards rent. Out of the remaining income. Remaining is 70% here, 75x is here. Annie spends 30%, Dina spends 25% towards rent. Remaining values are 70% and 75x. Out of the remaining earnings, that is 70, 75x, each of them spend 25% towards EMI payment. After the mentioned expenses, the respective ratio between their remaining earnings are 14:P, where P is an exact multiple of 3. Out of remaining 70% and 75x, how much are they paying towards EMI? Then what is remaining? 75% of this number, 75% of this number. 75% is common and that gets cancelled when you take ratio. Am I right? Come on. So now I'll directly take 70% and then 75x is in the ratio 14 divided by P, where P is a multiple of 3. We don't know how much is that. Actually, you are supposed to write 75% of this number, 75% of this number. Because this is ratio, this gets cancelled. Why to write and why to cancel and waste our time? అర్థమైందని నేను చెప్పింది. 14 how many times? 5 how many times? Come on. 15 times. Correct? That means 1% value divided by x is equal to 15 by p. ఇంతేనా? ఏదో తేడా వచ్చింది. x is in left hand side denominator. ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి, ఈ కలర్లు తీసేస్తున్నా. రైట్. ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ 14 how many times? 5 how many times? 15 times. From this x by p is equal to 1 by 15. కరెక్టేనా ఇది మనం చేసింది? 14 and then p. 75x. Fine. Let me hold it, I'll come back. How many questions are these? I'll come back. A and B started a business by investing 3,000 and 5,000 respectively. At the end of X months from the start of the business, A withdraw 40% of his initial investment. Out of the total annual profit earned 3,600, if B's share from the total annual profit was 2,500. What was the value of X? AB invested 3,000 and then 5,000. After some months, A withdrawn 40%. So I don't want to write all the number of zeros. For calculation purpose, I'll write 30 and then 50. Because we need to calculate 40%. You can write 3, 5 also. But upon 3, you have to calculate 40%, you'll get value in a decimal. So I don't want to take that chance. Initial investment of A is there for only X months. After that, 40% of initial investment, which is 12, withdrawn. Remaining 18 will be there for remaining time, which is 12 minus X. B's investment is there from the beginning till the end. Out of total profit 3,600, B is getting 2,500, then A will get 1,100. Total will be 3,600. First of all, two zeros cancel. 25 two times. Are you okay? In numerator and denominator, you can take 6 common and go for cancellation. 6, 5 times 6, 3 times 6. Left hand side denominator 4 goes to right hand side 44. Left hand side 3x plus 36 minus 3x. 5x minus 3x plus 36 goes to the other side. That becomes 8. Then x is equal to 4. Question is about x value, which is 4. Clear? A car, after traveling for 3 hours at x km per hour from the origin, increases its speed by 35 km per hour to reach its destination. After how many hours speed got increased? 3 hours. If the total time taken by the car to reach the destination was 7 hours. Wait a minute. What is the total time? Out of 7 hours, first 3 hours traveled with original speed. Next, how many hours traveled with increased speed? 4 hours. Speed got increased by how much? 35 km per hour. So, per each hour it will travel extra 35 kilometers. Like that it traveled for 4 hours. Wait a minute. Average speed of the car for the whole journey was 90 km per hour. Then total distance will be equal to total speed multiplied by total time. Total speed meaning average speed. Come on. Which is 90. Average speed for the whole journey 90 km per hour. Like that, for how many kilometers it traveled? Then total distance covered is 630. Correct? Right. Now, what is time given for us? Out of 7 hours, last 4 hours, it traveled with extra speed, right? How much extra speed? That means per hour it will travel 35 kilometers extra. Extra 35. In 4 hours it will cover 140. If you subtract 140 kilometers, this distance is traveled with original speed in how many hours? 7 hours. In last 4 hours, we have not considered the total. We have considered only extra. Ardhamainda? Extra distance only subtracted from the total distance. So whatever is the remaining distance, that is traveled with original speed in how many hours? Then original speed is equal to divided by 7. How much is this fellow? How much is this fellow? Minus 20. 90 minus 20. That's all. Scheme A offers simple interest at 6% per annum. Ram invested certain sum for 4 years in scheme A. How much interest he will get? Interest rate 6% for 4 years. Who will get 24%? So Ram will get 24% of his principal towards interest. Vinay invested 750 rupees for 3 years in scheme A. Now Vinay gets 3 into 6, 18% of 750 as interest. So Ram will get 24% of his principal. And do we know his principal? Let it be R. Is it clear? Continue. The amount earned by Vinay was 777 more than interest earned by Ram. Interest earned by Ram is 24% of R. In a way, I will directly treat it as 24%. Do you have any problem? And 24% plus 777 is equal to amount received by Vinay. Be careful here. Underlined statement. The amount received by Vinay was 777 more than interest received by Ram. Are you okay? What is this 18%? Interest. How much is 18%? Let's calculate. 20% minus 2%. Upon 750, what is 10%? 20%. 150. 2% 15 only. 150 minus 15. Add 135 to the principal. You will get 885. Are you okay? So 24% value is equal to 885 minus 777. You got it? This is equal to 108. 24% value is equal to 108. Both left hand side and right hand side numbers are 12 multiples. 12 how many times? And then to get 100% value here, this must be multiplied with 50. Multiply right hand side number also with 50. 450. We are using ratio concept here. Next, the following data represents the number of students, boys and girls who visited Science Park in the month of December from 4 schools A, B, C, D. Note number of boys from school D who visited the park is 50 more than that of girls from school D. First pie chart is about total number of students. Total it is 4,200. D value 25%, which is 1/4. 1/4 meaning 1050. These are the students from school D. It will have both boys and girls, right? So boys are 50 more than girls. Subtract 50 from this number first. Equally distributed, 500 each, 550 comes here. So how many girls are there? In which school? Now go to the second pie chart. This is distribution of total number of girls. Total girls we don't know. But D, girls are 25%. How many girls are there in D? Which is equal to 25%. Then 100% is 2000. So total girls and boys. Total how many? 4,200 girls. Remaining 2,200 are boys. Now we have A, B, C, D. D value we already calculated 1050. 500 comes here. 550 comes here. Already we have calculated. Correct? Now let's go back and fill the table. 27%. Already we have calculated 25%. To that you just need to add 2%. What is 1%? 2%. Instead of 84, you add 100, then subtract 60. Add 100. 1150. Subtract 16. 1134. Got it? 18%. 20% minus 2%. 20%. 840. 2%. Instead of 84, you subtract 100. Add 16. Subtract 100. 740. Add 16. 756. Next is 30%. 10%. 420. 420 3 times. 1260. Next. What is 1% of girls? 20. Double and then a 0. Double. 52. 0. 35 double. 70. 0. 14 double. 28. 0. 3 more values are there. Let's fill it. No problem. Okay now. 6, 1, 4, 56. Subtract 260 first instead of 280 because you will get a round figure. Then you can subtract 20 later. Is that okay? Answer 980. Entire value is there. Let's start questions. Number of boys who visited from B. Boys who visited from B, 56. Approximately what % of number of boys who visited from D? D boys are 560. 550. What is 10% of D? 56 is approximately 55 only. Answer 10%. What is the difference between total number of girls who visited from AD together? AD together. 10, 20. Number of boys who visited from A. Boys who visited from A, 614. Last two digits, 06. There is only one option, fifth option. What is the average number of boys who visited from CD? C and D together, 900, 500, 80, 50, 130, 1500, 1530, and we were asked to calculate average, correct? 1500 average, 30 average, 750, 15, 765. Number of students who visited from school from AB together in December was 1110, less than that who visited in January. Given data is for December. December value is 1110 less than January. Then January will be 1110 more than December only. That is about total number of students, correct? From A and B. AB together, sum of these two numbers, 1890. To the number 1890, if you add 1110, that will become 3000. So how many total people are in January? 3000. Number of students who visited in January from A was equal to that of B. AB together it is 3000. In A and B both are equal. So each will be 1500. Next. Number of students who visited from B was how many more in January than in December? B, it was 756. 756, these are in December. And in January we have 1500. Question is difference. 744. Understood? Sure. What is the measure of central angle? Stop. Answer. How many are 9 multiples? Only one, fifth option. The difference between number of girls and number of boys who visited from school C. Difference between boys and girls in school C. Difference between these two. 700 is equal to number of who visited from school. So you should see 700 in our table. Where is it? Who are 700? From? So girls from school B is our answer. Fifth option. Next. 56. Average weight of the class of 25 students is 82.4 kgs. However, the weight of 3 students was entered incorrectly as 68 kgs instead of 49. So in this particular statement, what are original marks? 49 are original marks, but wrongly entered as, that means have we taken more or less? How much more? 19 more. To make it correct, we have to subtract 90. Are you okay? Second one, 72 kgs instead of 73. Original mark 73, entered as 72, taken 1 less. To make it correct, we have to add 1. Third one, 83 kgs instead of 90. Original 90, taken as 83, taken 7 less. To make it correct, we have to add 7. Total, how many we need to add? 8. How much we need to subtract? Overall, minus 11 or plus 11? This minus 11 should be adjusted among how many people? 25 people. Okay. What is the difference between the initial average weight and the corrected average weight? If you want to calculate corrected average weight, you know that this is a negative number. This must be subtracted from the original average, which was 82.4. If you calculate this, this will be your corrected average. But now the question is about difference between original average and corrected average. That means 11 by 25. That itself is our answer. Come on. 82.4 ఉందమ్మా. దీనికి ఏమైతే చేస్తున్నామో అదే కదా డిఫరెన్స్. మీరు యాడ్ చేస్తే అదే డిఫరెన్స్, సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసినా అదే డిఫరెన్స్. అవునా కదా? రైట్. సో 11 by 25 is what our answer. To make our simplification easy, I'll multiply both numerator and denominator with 4 because I want to have zeros in denominator. Denominator becomes, numerator becomes 44 by 100, meaning that is a change or the difference. ABC are three positive numbers such that the respective ratio between A and B is 5:8. Had the value of B been 4 more than the actual, the respective ratio between the values of B and C would have been 5:6. If the difference between the values of A and C is 14, what is the value of A? A value. Okay. A is equal to how many parts? Answer should be 5 multiple. All are 5 multiples. Okay. There is a verification how to calculate that. Let me tell you. Difference between A and C is 14. I'll tell you. From this ratio, first ratio, what is B value? 8 parts is original value of B. Correct? When you increase B value by 4, then the ratio between B and C becomes 5:2. That means it should be a multiple of 5. Are you okay? 8 parts plus 4 will be a multiple of 5. Now, if A is first option, 5 parts is 5. Antena? Then 8 parts will be 8 plus 4. Satisfying? What is not satisfying? 5 multiple. If 5 parts is equal to 20, 1 part, 8 parts, 32 plus 4, satisfying. If 5 parts is 15, 1 part, 8 parts plus 4, satisfying. If 5 parts is 10, 8 parts, 1 part is 2, 8 parts, 16 plus 4, is it a 5 multiple? That can be your answer, hold it. If 5 parts is 30, 1 part, 8 parts plus 4, satisfying. Answer, fourth option. This is one way. The other way, let me tell you. A is 5 parts and B is 8 parts. BC ratio is 5:4, but where in 5:6, B value after increasing that by 4, correct? Come on. 5:6 is BC ratio. Is it original value of B or after adding 4? After adding 4. And what is denominator? C. And at the same time, it is said the difference between the values of A and C is equal to 14. If it is difference, it may be A minus C or C minus A. Which is more between A and C? Do we know that? Wait a minute. Now from the first ratio, AB, which is more? Let me take this is A and this is B. B is more. Are you okay? Now 5:6 is the ratio between BC. B after increasing 4 and then C original value, ratio is 5:6. Who is more? C is more. So between A and C, who is more? C is more. Who is less? C is how much more? 14. A is how much less? 14 less. So in place of C, from the first ratio, what is A? What is B? 8 parts plus 4. In denominator, what do you have? And you know that CE is 14 more than A, correct? A is equal to 5 parts plus one equation, one variable. If you solve it, you will get 1 part value. After that, you can calculate 5 parts value. This is another way. Is it clear? Next. The percentages of Steve is 1.5 times the sum of the percentages of Dinesh and Navdeep. Steve, Dinesh and Navdeep. Steve's percentage is 1.5 times. 1.5 meaning 3 by 2 of sum of percentages of Dinesh and Navdeep. What is denominator in our fraction? 2. So sum of Dinesh age and then Navdeep age, if it is equal to 2 parts, then Steve age becomes 3 parts. You got it? 5 years hence, Navdeep's age will be half the sum of Steve's present age and Dinesh age after 5 years. What was Navdeep's age 7 years ago? Okay. Now, because the question is about Navdeep's age after 7 years. Ante kada? 7 years ago. If you know present age of Navdeep, we can calculate 7 years back or 7 years after, whatever it is. And you know that sum of these two people age is equal to, then Dinesh age is going to be 2 parts minus 6. Then only sum will become 2 parts. Got it? Now there is one more condition which says 5 years hence Navdeep age will be, Navdeep present age x after 5 years plus 5 will be half of sum of Steve's present age 3 parts, Dinesh age 5 years hence, Dinesh present age 2 parts minus x after 5 years plus 5. Yes? How many equations are there? How many equations are there? This is the only equation. But how many variables are there? P and X, 2 variables are there. So, with one equation, can we get P and X values? Answer, cannot be determined, 5th option. A spherical vessel completely filled with water has a radius of 21 centimeters. If the water is emptied completely into an empty right circular cylinder vessel having radius 7 centimeters, up to what height will the cylindrical vessel be filled? Initially we have water in spherical vessel, meaning sphere only. We have a sphere filled with water. Water in this is poured back into a cylinder. Correct? So here what should be equal? Volume. Volume of the sphere. 4/3 pi r cube radius 21 cube will be equal to volume of cylinder. Volume of the cylinder. Pi r square radius of the cylinder 7 square into height. You got it? 2 options are there. Let's calculate. What did I verify? 21 is a 3 multiple. 21 cube we have. That means 3 cube is there. And in left hand side denominator 3 is there. Numerator 3 cube. Denominator 3. None of the other numbers are 3 multiples. Correct? Pi gets cancelled left hand side, right hand side. So height must be 9 multiple. Second option. Fourth option. Fourth option. 2 options are there. We have to solve the question. Ardhamainda? Yes? Both are again satisfying. Left hand side you have 4 multiple. All the remaining numbers are odd numbers. Then height must be a multiple of 4. Second option, last 2 digits, 4 multiple. Fourth option, last 2 digits, 4 multiple. Multiple options are there. Avuna? Kabatti inka chachinattu cheyalsinde. Pi cancel. 21 cube, I'll write it as 3 into 7 into 3 square into 7 square. Is that okay? 3 cube into 7 cube. 3 cancel. 7 square cancel. Are you okay? Then height is equal to 4 into 7 into 3 square. Ends with second option. We already eliminated first option, third option, fifth option based on 9 multiplication rule. Approximations. X divided by 15 plus 4 square into 2 square. 16 4 times double. 64 goes to the right hand side. 101 minus 64, that is equal to 37. Then x is equal to 15 times of 37. 10 times 370. Half of this 185. 450. 4 or 5? 555. Approximate 554. Two negative numbers are there. Let's concentrate on negative numbers. 419 can be treated as 420. What percentage we are supposed to calculate? 35%. 25% plus 10%. 25%, 105. 10%, 42. Other number, 151. All are negative numbers only. 298 subtracted from 322. Instead of 298, subtract 300, add 2 later. Answer 24. Yes. 256 to the power of 1 by 2. Which square is that? 16 square. 16 square to the power of 1 by 2. Square and power 1 by 2 gets cancelled. 16 left. 3 into 16, 48. Keep it as it is. This is some number. Concentrate on exponent. 13 7 times. 91 minus 91. Anything to the power of 0. Answer 49. 217. 6 cube is 216. Cube root of 6 cube. 6 divided by 18 into 555 is equal to 25% of x plus 10. Correct? Take plus 10 to left hand side, that becomes minus 10. This is equal to 25% of the number. 6 how many times? 3 ones, 8, 5, minus 10. If 175 is equal to 25%, 100% will be 4 times of it. Double. 350 double. 700. $88. Take that number to right hand side. Minus 88. Is that okay? 18 to the power of 2. 324 by x is equal to 58 into 2. How much is it? 116 minus 10 minus 88 minus 98. Instead of 98, you subtract 100, add 2, 18. Then x value will be equal to 324 by 18. Answer 18. 18 square by 18. Cost price of an article is 40% less than the market price. Cost price depends on market price. So let me treat market price as 100%. Then cost price will be 40% less, that will be 60%. The discount offered while selling the article is 5/12 of the cost price. Discount offered is 5/12 of the cost price. What is 1/12? 5. 5/12. If it is discount, do we have to add or subtract? Subtract. From market price, if you give 25 discount, at what price do you sell the item? 75%. Correct? Now, If the profit earned while selling the article was 15, 60%, 75%. Difference 15% is equal to 45. Market price of the item 100%. 15, 45. 100 3 times 300. Understood? Innodi 40. Ani earns more than Dina. Okay. Annie and then Dina. Earnings 100%. Or else let me treat it as, yes, 100%. And then treat it as X. Simply. X is more than 50 and this is the range between 50 to 80%. These are earnings. Spend 30%, 25% of their respective earnings on rent. Towards rent, 30%, 25% will be X by 4. This is towards rent. Out of the remaining earnings, each of them spent 25% towards payment of EMI. Okay. Keep it aside. After mentioned expenses, the respective ratio between their remaining earnings is 14 and then P. Okay. So EMI amount. Remaining antunnadu kada. Remaining is 70%, 3x by 4. On this, how much is spent? 25%. Then remaining amount will be remaining. These are the remaining values. 25%, 1/4, 25%, 1/4. 1/4 is spent, right? So remaining will be 3/4. నేను రాసింది అర్థమైందా? And these are in the ratio 14 is to P. Ratio between these two values is equal to 14 is to P. 3 by 4, 3 by 4 cancel. 70% by 3x by 4 comes to numerator is equal to 14 by P. 14 5 times. From this, x by P is equal to 20 by 3. You got it? X by P is equal to 20 by 3. P is an exact multiple of 3. We already got that. P is equal to 3x. P is equal to 3 parts. X is equal to 20 parts. From this, x is a multiple of 5. P is a multiple of P 3 multiple అయితే మరి x ఏ మల్టిపుల్ అవ్వాలి? మీ ఎదురుగా కనపడుతుంది. X by P is equal to 20 by 3. Look at the denominator. P is 3 multiple. Agreed? Come on. Then x is a multiple of ఏమన్నారు మీరు? 7. ఎట్లా? 20, 14 parts. Where is 14? Where is 14? ఈ దుంపదేగా మిమ్మల్ని అసలు. From this, can I write it as x is to P is equal to 20 is to 3? X is a multiple of, P is a multiple of, X is a multiple of, and it should be in the range between 50 to 60 only, 50 to 80. Between 50 to 80, which is 20 multiple? Then x is equal to 60, confirm. You got it? Come on. Right, now let's solve the questions. What is the respective ratio between Annie's and Dina's earnings? Annie earnings 100, Dina earnings 60. Ratio 5:3. Fourth option. Come on. Had Annie earnings been 84,000, the amount she paid towards an EMI would have been how much less than she spent on rent? Okay. Annie, forget about 84,000 for some time. How much she paid towards rent? Come on. 30%. What is remaining? 70%. EMI would have been less than rent. Which is more? Rent more or EMI more? When EMI is less, obviously rent is more. Oh, na. So how much is rent? 30%. What is remaining? Out of remaining, how much was spent towards EMI? 25% in the sense 1/4 only. And this is what we were asked to calculate. Come on. Take 4 common. 120 minus 70. 50 by 4. What is 100%? 80. 50%. 40 divided by answer 10,500. Fifth option answer. I think in key it is given as first one. No, fifth is final answer. What is the value of P plus 2? ఆగండి మీ బొంద మిమ్మల్ని తగలయ్యా. You know that x is a multiple of 20. అవునా? X is to P is equal to 20 is to. Then this 20 is to 3. 11 answer. Because we have P here, I don't want to consider in terms of parts because you may get confused. X also I cannot take because X is already there. Avuna? Let me take X is equal to 20A, P is equal to 3A. 20A is equal to, then A is equal to, then P is equal to 9. Ardhamainda? Now the question is about P plus 2. 9 plus 2. 11 answer. Is it clear? ఇక్కడ దాకా రావాలి. ఇందులో ఉంది లాజిక్ అంతా. P is a multiple of 3. It is already mentioned in the question also. We also got P is a multiple of 3. Then X will be a multiple of 20. And for X, we know the only range. It is more than 50, less than 80. It cannot be 80. It should be less than 80. Between 50 to 80, X should be a multiple of 20. There is only one possibility, 60. It cannot be even 80 because it should be less than 80. అర్థమైందా? ఈ బాక్స్ వాల్యూ తీసుకురావాలి, అందులో ఉంది లాజిక్ అంతా. అండర్స్టూడ్? రైట్.